Good morning, my math students. So today, what I plan on doing with you on this video is explaining to you how to do every problem on tonight's homework assignment. So before you continue to watch the video, make sure you have tonight's homework assignment in front of you, which is the review sheet number 2 for the Chapter 9 test. And make sure you have a calculator and a pencil and your formula sheet in front of you. On this video, I'm going to walk you through each problem and guide you into how you're going to complete it. So it probably would be a good idea if you completed your homework as you listen to this video, so that you know exactly how to do the problems. And tomorrow we will go over the answers for this homework. You are going to be having a test. And the test is going to be a quizzes test. I'm actually going to assign that tomorrow. It's going to be a quizzes test on Chapter 9 work. And I will certainly be having Google Meets to go over any questions you have. So make sure you are checking your email for that important information. Okay, number 1 says find the area of a parallelogram whose base is 6 feet and whose height is 9 feet. So you're going to use this formula right here. Okay, so basically I always tell you guys that you need 3 lines anytime there's a formula required for the problem. So the first line is the formula right here. The second line would be you plugging in the numbers, what the base is, what the height is. And the third line would be the answer, and you would label the answer, whatever you get, as for area, you're going to label it as feet squared. So those are the 3 parts that you need. Okay, number 2. You want to find the area of a triangle whose base is 10 feet and whose height is 8 feet. So this is the first line, and then you're going to plug in that the base is 10. The height is 8, so it's 10 times 8 divided by 2. You're going to find that answer, and you're going to label that, whatever answer you get, as feet squared. Okay, so let's move on to question number 3. Okay, question number 3 is a trapezoid. You can certainly draw it if you want. There is no picture here, but sometimes it may help you to draw it out. And that's always a good strategy. So I'm going to draw a trapezoid. One base is 7 feet, one base is 5 feet, and the height is 3. Okay, so I'm just going to leave out the units for now, and I'll add them onto my answer in the end. So here's the formula that you need. You're going to add together the bases. So you're going to add together 7 plus 5 times 3 divided by 2, and then your answer, whatever you get, is going to be feet squared because it's area, feet squared. Okay, and certainly you don't have to draw it, but some students may like the visual picture. Okay, number 4, again, if you wanted to draw yourself a parallelogram, you certainly could. You're given in this problem that you want to find the height and the area, so what's inside is 600 centimeters squared, and you're given the base is 20 centimeters, and you're asked to find the height. What is the height? So you want to do, you know the formula is A equals B times H, so the area is 600. The base is 20, so 20 times what number? Height, this is 20, guys. 20 times what number gives you 600? So to find the answer, you would divide. What is 600 divided by 20? And whatever answer you get, that answer is just labeled as centimeters because you're just finding a height. Okay, you're not finding area. Area is the only thing that gets expressed in square units. Okay, you should be doing these problems with me on tonight's homework. We're up to number 5. Okay, so you want to graph this. It says a rectangle has vertices. A is 1, 2. So you're going to go right 1, up 2. That's A. So I'm going to put letter A here. B is right 8 up 2. So I'm going to go right 8 up 2, and that's B. Okay. C is right 1 up 4. So that's C. And D is right 8 up 4. So that's D. And then you want to connect those. Sorry, it's hard for me to draw straight lines. You want to connect them to form a rectangle. And then you're asked to find the perimeter and area. So perimeter is this distance all around it. So this is 2 units. This is CD is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. So opposite sides are equal. So for the perimeter, you're going to add all the sides. This is a 7. You're going to add 7 plus 7 plus 2 plus 2. And that's going to be however many units. That's going to be labeled as units. And the area is going to be the length times width. And you're going to label that as units to the second power. Okay, question number 6. I can draw a triangle if I want. You want to find the base. The area is 200. So area is what's inside. So A is 200. The height is 25. So the height is how tall this is 25. And you don't know the base. The base is missing. And you want to use this formula anytime you want to find the missing base or height of a triangle. So 2A means 2 times the area equals the base times the height. So that means 2 times 200 equals some number for the base times 25. So 2 times 200 is 400. 400 equals what number times 25? Well, to find that number, you're going to divide on your calculator 400 divided by 25, and that's going to be the base. And whatever answer that is, you're just going to label it as centimeters. Okay, feel free to hit pause, rewind if you want to hear me explain that again. You can pause it each time you're finding the answer before you go on to the next question. Okay, so this is going to be a triangle after we graph this. So we want to plot A, which is right 2 up 1, and that's point A. We want to plot B, which is right 2 up 8, and we want to label that B. And then we want to plot C, which is right 7 up 1. You always go across first and then up. Remember, it's across, up, across, up, across, up, because they're all positive. Okay, so I'm going to connect this as best I can to make a triangle. And then I'm going to use this formula to find the area. So I need to figure out what the base is. So the base goes from 2 to 7. So 7 minus 2 is 5 units. And again, if you count, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. The height goes from 1 on the y-axis to 8. So 8 minus 1 is 7. And if you wanted to count it with marks, you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the area is going to be 5 times 7 divided by 2. And a little hint here is that you are going to get a decimal answer. Okay, so your area is going to be whatever answer you get, units to the second power. How did I know you were going to get a decimal? Because 7 times 5 is 35, which is an odd number. And anytime you're dividing an odd number by 2, you will always get a decimal answer. Okay, number 8. For the composite figure, I'm going to separate this like this. I'm going to find the area of this rectangle, which is going to be 20 times 5. Okay, so I'm going to find the area of this rectangle. I'm going to find the area of this trapezoid. And for the trapezoid, the two bases are 20 and 13, and you have to figure out the height. Well, this whole line right here is 9, and up to here is 5. So 5 plus how much more would give you 9? 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to find the area of the rectangle. You're going to find the area of the trapezoid, and then you're going to add your areas together. And for the trapezoid, remember, you're going to add the bases together. So it's base 1 plus base 2, which are 12 and 13 are the bases, times the height, and divided by 2. You're going to plug these numbers in. So it's 20 plus 13 times 4 divided by 2. When you get that area answer, you're going to put it in here, in this spot, and then you're going to add your two question mark area answers together. And that's the area of this composite figure. So this composite figure was made up of a rectangle and a trapezoid. Now, another way of looking at this, if you wanted to, is you could find the area of this whole entire rectangle and subtract what's missing here. This piece is a triangle. That will work also. It's just another way of thinking about it. And to find the base and height of this triangle, well, you know the height is 4, and the base, well, this whole thing is 20, and up to here is 13, so 13 plus 7 is 20. So you could really find the area of this whole thing right here by doing 20 times 9, okay, would be the area of the whole entire rectangle. And then you could subtract this triangle right here from it. So it's up to you. Either you can do the area of the rectangle and the trapezoid and add together, or find the entire figure and subtract this missing piece. You can even try it both ways, and you should get the same answer both ways. Tomorrow we will go over all the answers, so you'll be able to see if you got it correct or not. For this problem, what I would do is I would separate it right here, and I would find the area of this rectangle, which is 9 times 4, and then I would find the area of this trapezoid, and then I would add them together. Now the trapezoid, this is a little tricky. So the trapezoid has a base of 20, a height of 9, and the other base right here, you actually have to add together 11 plus 9 plus the 4. So that's going to be 24. Okay, so you're going to find the area of the trapezoid by adding together base 1 plus base 2, which are 20 and 24. You're going to add 20 plus 24. You're going to times that by the height, which is 9, divide by 2. That's going to give you the area of this trapezoid. Then you're going to find the area of this rectangle, and you're going to add both together. Okay, last one is a composite figure also, but a little easier than the last composite. You're going to find the area of this rectangle right here, this bigger rectangle right here. So the area of the rectangles are length times width for each one. You're going to find the area of both rectangles, and what are you going to do with those areas? You're going to add them together. And your final answer is going to be feet squared. So whatever answer you get after you add the two areas together, you're going to get feet squared. So to find this area right here, this big one is 12 times 3. This one is 3 times 1. And you're going to add those two together. Okay, boys and girls, so feel free to go back and review any part of this video starting from the beginning. So these are definitely good sample review questions for your test. So again, your test is going to be an online test on your quizzes program that we have. And I definitely will be meeting with you guys in a Google Meet to answer any questions you have. On this homework assignment, the last thing I want to say is I think number 9 was definitely the most challenging. So make sure you do a good job. Email me if you have any questions at all. I definitely miss all of you very much. I miss teaching you in the classroom. And I am enjoying our Google Meets though, and I'm enjoying the kids that show up and the questions that you guys are asking. So keep on joining those Google Meets and keep asking me those great questions. All right, guys, that's all for now. I'm signing off, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.